guys, welcome to my Flosstube. It is 5 on Friday, November the 19th. Now I'm a few days late because I just lost my days off this week. They evaporated into working. So I have been working non-stop. Oh my god, Bella has got her head in a packet of Dreamies. I will take a photograph. Hang on a minute. Flora! Yeah? You need to come and sort the cat and the Dreamies. Like, super pronto. Okay, I've taken a photograph of that. It will be here. Please sort the cat.
No! Bella!
The box of Dreamies is open and Flora is...
I think you did all the hard work, Billy Bob, so you get one.
I think the lid was not on, Flora. Nobody removed the lid.
Bella, how much have you eaten?
Well, I was alerted by the crunching.
Not you too. Get one.
Right, so, situation normal here.
Bella.
Too many cats in my house, and yes, the big tub of Dreamies, as you've just seen in that picture,
That's
had
naughty.
a medium-sized cat in it. So they're all kind of marauding. Right, Flora, I'm recording, so if you could
Okay,
try and remove some of the annoyance of cats. Lots of cats.
Come here, Eric.
And an Eric.
Eric, that's not how you do.
Welcome to my Flosstube. It is Friday. Flora's just shutting the door to try and stop the cats.
Goodbye.
Bye. And we'll roll again, but we'll just keep rolling because I'm over editing. I've been at work every day since Sunday. I had last Saturday off work. My parents' golden wedding anniversary was very nice. We had a very nice meal out. My cake was a success. Photograph here if you haven't already seen the cake on Instagram. I didn't put any hashtags in, so unless you follow me you won't have seen it. But it was a really nice cake. It was a lemon cake with a lemon cheesecake filling. Very tasty. Cut through the sweetness. Pure buttercream on the outside, and all the decoration was marzipan, which I dusted with like a gold powder, which worked really, really well. It was a lovely meal out. That was my day off last Saturday. I then worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. My day off on Wednesday was absorbed into setting out the marquee. I worked yesterday, and my day off today was absorbed into setting up the marquee, and I've got at least a 12-hour day, if not a 13-hour day tomorrow. So I thought, right, if I don't film tonight, I'm just not going to get it done. So we're in the dark. It is pitch black outside, and you're very welcome to my weird little Flosstube catch-up doodah hoogie flip. There we go. My ring light might cut out. A cat has chewed through the wires, so I don't even know how it is even still lit because one of the wires is clearly snapped on it. So it's probably the earth, and it's probably going to electrocute me when I try and switch it off, but it's just a little baby ring light. It'll be fine. I'll just pull out the USB and it'll be cool. Anyway, I have cross-stitched this week. I have a finish and a start and progress on just one other piece. I'm just taking this out of the Q-snap so that I can show it you properly. So last week I was very nearly finished on an Emma Congdon. Never underestimate the difference you make. And this is a Christmas present. And before December the 23rd, I have finished it. There it is. This is using all the charted colours, and it is on a 32 count white even weave. It's Lugana. So it's 2 strands over 2 threads, and as you can see it's come out this size and it's wonderful. And now I have a cat trying to break back into my room. Now because I finished this quite early on in the week, there wasn't a lot to do, was there? I have started the Noel piece, which I was hoping would fit underneath, because instead of stitching it in a block, the block of the picture hopefully here is N-O and then E-L underneath. Well, I'm going to do mine all in a row because I prefer them all in a row anyway, and I wanted to know it was going to fit, so I kind of cracked on with it, and I have very nearly got an N. There we go, guys. I don't know if you can see how clearly you can see that, though I'm having dreadful trouble with the light. There is my N. So I've just got this top bit here, where's my finger, there, a chimney with a Santa, and that'll be the top of the N, which I'm going to have a good go at getting done. And I just love the fact that the colours in it are so different from normal Christmas pieces. And as you can see, I have got, for me, enough to frame them both. I'll leave most of the allowance on this piece so that I can get it strung really nicely, laced up really nicely. And this one here is just going to be for me. I might well put it on a flat fold or something, so I don't need anything. I need like that much to, just so I can turn the edge and stitch it. It'll be absolutely fine. So I'm more than happy with that. I've cracked on, I've done my N, I'm pleased with the spacing. It fits about as well as I thought it was going to, which is really good. I've even left myself enough room at the bottom, and I moved in from the side. So that's going to go along the bottom there. So that's been the majority of my stitching this week. By the way, just so you know, this is going to be super quick. I'm very tired and I've not got a lot going on today. There's not a lot going on up here, full stop. And I've got a very, very long day tomorrow. We've got a very big party in the marquee tomorrow, to the point where we have a fun fair turning up outside. There's going to be a carousel, there's going to be waltzers, there's going to be all sorts. There's going to be like strongest man thing, there's going to be coconut shies. We're not manning any of that. I am just going to be on the bar. It is an open bar, which means that the person paying for the party pays for all the drinks. So everybody is basically going to get slaughtered. So all our hard work of every little piece of positioning, every little twinkly light, nobody's going to care. They're going to go gulp, 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 and they're all going to be bladdered. So it's going to be a really big, busy night. We've got a big band coming to play. There'll be a DJ. There'll be tons of music. It's going to be great. So, but before I get to that in the evening, I'm cooking. Tomorrow afternoon I will be chef. Not really, but I will be cooking. So at about 12:30 I'm going to go in and I'm going to be doing bacon rolls, toasties, sandwiches, chips to whoever comes in and wants them in the clubhouse. That's what I'm doing tomorrow afternoon, and then I'll run over to the marquee. I'll quickly put my dress on, run over to the marquee and get the bar up and running, and then I'll be on the bar until midnight, 1-ish, and then we've got to clean down. So I'm not really expecting to be home until about 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, so obviously couldn't do a Flosstube tomorrow. And then on Sunday I'm back in at 12, so there's not a lot of turnaround time. I'm going to be away from the place probably about 9.5 hours, which, oh well, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, in November, I really need the money for Christmas, so yep, every hour I work is an hour pay, and I am very, very grateful to have the job I have. Long hours for little brain power is perfect for me at my time in life, with my brain currently pouring out of my ears and just thinking about cross stitch all the time. So I've already shown you 2 of the 3 pieces. I did see today, I've literally been on Instagram for about 30 seconds today, but I got the heads up that a new long dog has come out. I have taken a little screenshot of it if everybody's had a little look at it. It is called, 2 seconds, it's, oh, hang on, I was on the website, let me have another little look. You Belong to Me is what it's called, and it's Egyptian themed, and I absolutely love it. There, that's what it looks like. You just go to her website, which is longdogsamplers.com, I think, and you just download them straight PDF to your pattern keeper and off you go. It is glorious. However, I'm not going to be buying it today. Bank very kindly sent me a message today saying that I am now in my overdraft, so no more sneaky treats for me until payday, January, February. C'est la vie. It is what it is. So I'll be getting that later on. So, but to be perfectly fair, I'm probably stitching 8 other long dogs, so I think I can probably wait. I think I'll wait. Anyway, so there's a new long dog out there. Heads up to anybody who hasn't had a little look see, and it looks to be an absolute peach, and it doesn't look too big. Doesn't look too big. I think it's kind of opening gambit kind of size, which is a lovely size. I haven't picked up a long dog, haven't done anything. I've done Emma Condon and I've done my hay this week. I haven't had a lot of time, admittedly. I've been getting in from work and having a sleep, which is all very well, but then I'm awake at about 9 and then I'm awake through until about 1 in the morning, so I'm very broken sleep at the moment. I probably look about 200 years old. My skin, can you hear that? Is very dry. The marquee has like these big gas air blowers. There's big tubes in the ceiling that blow hot air out of holes in these tubes, and it blows a really dry heat and does that to your skin. So I feel like an old paper bag most of the time. I really do feel like an old piece of broken paper bag, so lots of moisturisers required. Unfortunately, moisturiser makes me break out in spots, always has. Partly why I wear no makeup, and never have, because as soon as I come near myself, one, I feel like I'm doing this, if I come near myself with makeup. The other is I immediately get spots. Even though I am 427 years old, I still get spots the second I even look at anything touching my skin. Even fancy face wash makes me break out, so I'm a hand wash and water kind of human being. The easier the better, so my skin currently is very nasty and dry, so I'm tempering putting on lots of moisturiser with the fact that I don't want to be covered in spots because I'm too old to be covered in spots. I've gone completely off topic. Yes, anyway, so never mind. Never mind. It's been a very long day. So, last Flosstube, I asked if anyone thought Flossmas would be good or not, and overwhelming yes, I will be doing Flossmas. Bear in mind that I've got a fairly heavy December, and I'm going to get Maddie. I'm going to go and get my girl from university on the 3rd and 4th. So the 3rd and the 4th you will get a different sort of Flossmas. You will get a video, but it might not be stitching. It might be a life. Some of my Flossmas this year will be life, and if you're not interested in that, don't watch that day. It's cool. I don't mind. The 11th of December we have got an enormous Christmas party. Twice the number of people that are coming tomorrow will be, well, a third as much again as what's coming tomorrow will be at our Christmas party. So you'll have a Flossmas from the Christmas party. I'm sure you won't mind. I'll have to be quite careful with it though, because I'm not meant to use my phone very much, and I don't. I'm really good now. It took me a little while because the rule changed, and it's taken me a little while to get on board with it, but I'm really good about it now, and I don't look at my phone during the day. I only catch up just to check that everybody's where they should be. You know, all my kids are in the right places after school. Feels like there's a mark above my head just there, but I think it's on the screen. I think it's the circle on the camera screen rather than on the wall behind me, but that's what I keep glancing at because it looks like there's a big mark on the screen, bit like the piece of tape that's up there. It's definitely not that. Sorry, I'm just blabbering. I'm tired, can you tell? Anyway, I did ask you to mention the word Flossmas, and for a giveaway, Flossmas. So I'm just putting that into the random get YouTube comments. Oh, I've obviously spelled Flossmas wrong. Let's try that. 83 comments. Thanks guys. I like a good comment. I've had a dredge about. I haven't got something Christmassy simply because I'm utterly crap. I've been busy all week and I haven't dredged anything out. So I found a badger. Very nice stamp needle minder of a badger. I'm going to put him in front of my head. Camera's going to make a funny noise as it focuses in. So this is the giveaway, and I'm going to there's the winner. It is it's Catty Sue Cats. You've won. Now I'll have your address. Catty Cats, there we go. It has picked you out on my random YouTube comment. Your comment was, of course you should do Flossmas. I will watch them all. I will do them for you. There we go. I will do them for you. Brilliant. Ping me on Instagram, your address, and I'll send you this little badger and anything else I find lying around. Okay. Oh, I'm so pleased. There we are. I won't do a giveaway this one because I'm totally not ready, but I'm gonna start doing them. And obviously through Flossmas I've had ideas. I've got to get some fabric, but I have got a bag of charms, I have got a bag of white zips, and I have got ideas in here. I just need some time, and I'm going to make some, what's the word? It's not unique. Some limited edition Flossmas goodies, which will only be available as giveaways. It's going to be you either win one, or I gift you one, or you can't have them. You choose people, and they're not going to go in my Etsy shop. The things that I'm sorry, I've just got to move this because it's getting crumpled. It's a big piece of vinyl, which obviously goes along with the zips and the charms. So I just need to finish picking out fabrics and get some fabric ordered, and then I'm going to be making things for Flossmas. I'm also very aware that I never finished last year's Flossmas. I do know, I am aware. I'll be completely honest with you, I have got no idea where the box with that stuff is in. It's down in the pile of hoard. I will eventually finish that. I'm sorry. Life just rolled me away this year. Nearly a whole year has gone by. But what I have got as well, this week I was buying all sorts of other things, and I found a very pretty set of fat quarters. These are just from Aldi, but with Aldi fabric I always feel it because sometimes the quality isn't very good, but these are actually, one, they're extraordinarily pretty. Look, there's little bunny rabbits on that one. That's actually quite orange, that's not showing a good colour. And then there's rainbows, but I won't use that one. And then there's a nice little one with little bears on it. There's toadstools, a nice plain stars, very good for binding, and then an absolutely gorgeous one there. And then when I was in Dun Elm, I found a lovely one. It's just flowers, just little dipsy flowers, and I'm going to make patchwork with these. I'm going to do hexagonal patchwork, and there's going to be some very limited handmade patchwork bags, because I figure I can have a bag of patchwork, you know, you just I call patchwork is English paper piecing. We just call it patchwork because we are English, we English people. So I'm going to use this for patchwork, and I'm going to make however many bags that much is. They'll still probably be vinyl front because my bags always are, because I love my sparkly vinyl because I'm a bit strange like that. But yeah, so that's another little project I'm going to get going with. I'm trying to tail myself back down to dead simple easy at the moment, and I'm also going to finding things is hard. The big tin, which is almost completely full of magnetic floss drops, which just need sanding. I get the Dremel, I go and sit outside, get the Dremel, and I just sand the inside of the O and round the edge just to get any little rough bits so that our threads don't snag. And then all I need to do is put the magnets on. I've got the magnets, I can see the magnets are, one box is down there and the backs are just there. I've got them, they're there, I just need to pull out my lazy bones finger and get on with it. I'm very aware, but you will get Flossmas. I'm going to do Flossmas. I'm going to do little giveaways all the way through it. But this year there's going to be no you must watch every video or you will not pass go and not be entered for the prize. That I never finished because I'm crap. Sorry about that. I will get there. It will be given away eventually. And please note, I'm putting no time scale on it. Now, I'm going to go to my... There's a bit of waffle to fill up the middle of my floss tube, because now I'm going to give you my other piece of stitching, because I've only worked on 3 things this week and I showed you 2 of them just like that. So here's the third, my Snow Wizard, which I am still utterly in love with. I don't want to put it down. I don't want to stop stitching on it. Last night I was working on the colour 3838, which is the most glorious periwinkle blue, and I couldn't find it, and I almost had, because I was tired, I almost had a stampy tantrum because I wanted to stitch on this and that was the big block of colour that was there for me to use, and I couldn't find my colour. And look, I have to show you this is how we do it, guys. Can you hear? This box hasn't even got floss all the way to the bottom. This box, at the bottom of this box, oh good grief, I've got needle felting needles, I've got one of Maddie's paintbrushes. This leads me to believe that this is probably Maddie's box of stuff. I've got beads, sequins, a needle felting handle tool, one leg of a Q-snap, one clamp, and over the other side, this is what's making all the noise. I've got some gorgeous Mill Hill beads. They are, oh gorgeous, 02089. They are like peacock blue. Love those. I have a needle felted snake. This is obviously Maddie's work. A needle felted snake, and a spool of ribbon with some beads stuck in it. Anyway, so this is the box that the colours I'm using for my Emma Congdon work, and all the blues. Look at them. Bobbins. Terrible. Are all just jammed in the top of this box, and Bella and Billy keep coming, looting them and running away with them. So I couldn't find my 3838, and I was just about to have a stampy tantrum, and then I found it and I was all happy and I was all smiles, and I put about 400 stitches into this. Now I'm going to see if I can, it might have to be a screenshot from last week's video, but here I'll show you where I was, and I was hoping to get all the way down to the line. Hopefully I'm lining my finger up with the line of where I wanted to get to, and I have got to 53.95%, so I've put in nearly 3%, and I'm here. And here is the line. So I've done a not bad, we timed out. I've done a not bad job. I'm not quite there yet. I've still got a good, probably another 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to say maybe 1200 stitches left to get down to my line, which is here. I've done a bit underneath, a bit extra underneath there, but as it's looking there, it's looking quite canny, isn't it? It's looking all right. Ooh. So, oh wow, look, it is quite long. And that's half. That's just a shade over half. And that is already, I'm going to say that's probably 18 inches. Can I come all the way back? It's probably 18 inches long there. Completely bust my frame open. Never mind. And all I do, see look, I've got the 11 inch, the 17 inch Q-snap clamp is holding my fabric down, and I just roll it up. And then when it gets close, put that in there. Same again the other side, and on the bottom. That coffee went right through, didn't it? Can you see the circles of coffee? The big slurp of coffee that's on it. and then all I do is just tighten it up, and I've actually moved it up quite a bit there. I've got to unroll it now because I've got stitches. So I just unroll it a bit there, get those stitches into view, and roll it up from the bottom. Same again at the bottom. I've got the clamp at the bottom. Push them back in there, and I'm good to go. Love that. So I will be, as you can see, on my pattern keeper. Whoa! I've got a big green there. That's 3838, and a lot of that, look, all of that there, that's the gap, and it's all 3838. So I'm going to be doing a lot more 3838 to get this bit here and most of that gap filled up, and I'll probably have to go and buy another one of these because this is the only one I have and it's about half gone. I will use it up and I will drive to Hobbycraft and I will get another one. And that's kind of how I'm rolling with stitchy stuff at the moment. I'm just buying little bits as and when. I did buy a couple of skeins this week. I needed 5 or 6 or 7 for my Noel, my Emma Congdon Noel pattern. I found quite a lot of them. I was quite impressed. I actually found there's quite a lot of colours in it. 2, 4, 6, 6, 12, 18, 24. There's 30 colours in the pattern. And I think I needed about 6 or 7, so that's not too bad, considering I by all means do not have a full set at all of DMC. I think it's alright to just pick up 1 or 2 every now and again when I need them. Yeah, it's good. So, I'm tired. I look really old and I'm really tired, and I've still got to do some sewing machining tonight. We've made trays like usherette trays, like cigarette girl trays, you know, the tray which is going to have a strap so that the weight's taken. So Robin's made 4 of those and I've just got to machine the straps. I've got big D-rings, I've got 50mm webbing, 2-inch wide black webbing, and all I need to do is just heat the end, because obviously it's polyester webbing, so I need to heat the end, stitch it into a D-ring, make it the right length and stitch the D-ring on the other side, and then, you know, burn the end and stitch the D-ring. I just need to do that 4 times, but yeah, it's going to take me ages to do it, isn't it, because I really just want to sit here and stitch, and I'm probably going to go downstairs at about 11:30 and do it then, because that's how I roll. Crap. I'm really crap at the moment. Please bear with me. And yeah, we're another week nearer getting my girl back. As I say, I'll drive down on the 3rd. I'm working on the 3rd. Friday the 3rd I'm working. I'll leave from work. Robin will I'm taking Lizzie with me because Maddie is desperate to show her Cambridge and give her the little bit of a kick she needs to really excel herself, because obviously Maddie wants all her sisters in Cambridge with her. We'll see what they all want to do, but yeah, so I'm driving. Robin will bring Lizzie to me and I'll drive from work because I'm already half an hour there, if you see what I mean. It takes me about 20 minutes to get from home to work, but I would literally drive past work to get onto the motorway, so I may as well leave from work with Lizzie when I finish on Friday the 3rd. We'll drive down. I've already booked my travel lodge. It was super cheap, literally £37 this time. I don't know if it's because I'm booking it 3 weeks in advance, I don't know. It was super cheap. And we'll then, Saturday morning, early doors, you know, 8:30 in the morning, we'll be there and start loading her bedroom into our car, drive up the road. I'll sleep and I'm going to work on the Sunday. So I've actually only got the 1 day off and I've got to drive all the way down there and all the way back and then go back to work. And that's a day off, which is lovely because technically I'm not in work, so I am off, but it's not very restful. I'm doing the not very restful thing again. Luckily I am eating again, which is good, so that's helping a lot. Today I just was hungry at lunchtime. I made a sandwich, didn't think twice, I just ate it, so that was nice. I didn't faff on at all, I just had something, so it's good. I just keep drinking the coffee. I seem to live on it. I think because I have my coffee so very milky, I think that's probably enough. I could probably live on coffee, I think. But only because I have, if I can have a latte, I'll have a latte. If I can have one shot of coffee, because our coffee machine at work makes 2 shots, like most coffee machines does. It makes 2 shots. So I have 1 shot full of milk, drink that, and then I have the second shot and another load of milk. So literally for 2 shots of coffee, I'll drink a pint of milk. It's just how it works. And I drink an awful lot of milk, which, you know, luckily I'm not intolerant to. Because I think pretty much 90% of my diet is dairy. So I love it. Anyhow, right guys, ooh, I can't quite see, 7 minutes, we're about half an hour I think. If I'm not, I've just been talking constantly at you, absolutely blathery constantly. I've not done very much stitching to show you. I am feeling the need to pull something. I kind of fancy opening Gambit because it's monochrome and I don't have to think about its colour. I'm kind of wanting to have a go at my Pilgrim again, but that's a paper pattern, which is a little bit more taxing, and I'm using paper patterns from Condons. For some reason I can't get that Noel pattern to go into Pattern Keeper, and it might just be because I can't be doing fussing with it, but I can't get it to go in. And I've got loads of her other ones, her PDF ones just load straight in normally, but I couldn't be bothered fussing around with it, so I just printed it out and I'm just using a paper pattern, and it's absolutely fine to do that. Obviously the other one, the Never Underestimate, was out of my book, so that was a paper pattern as well. Yeah, I've got lots going on, but I need to pull my finger out and get some stitching. I need some time to myself to have a bit of stitching, but we'll see. Oh, that's the dog's just gone out. I can hear Robin scooping the kibble actually, so he's obviously just feeding the dogs. That's my big boys in the garden. That's old Clay. Oh, he's an old boy now. The kittens are a maraudy. They are mental. Yeah, Billy Bob is just as cute as a button. He is a beautiful cat. He just looks at you and you just go, oh, I could eat you. He's just so scrumptious. Bella's Slinky Malinky has a series of books, of kids' books called Slinky Malinky, I think. And yeah, she's a Slinky Malinky. She is lithe, she's long-limbed, her tail is still ridiculously long. It's longer than Eric's, and Eric's a full-blown, huge, great floof. Eric's in full fluff at the moment. He's plush. He's the plushest of all plush cats. He's a short-haired cat, but he's plush. Yeah. It's all mental, and I'm barely here because I'm working and then I'm tired and I'm sleeping, and then I'm working and then I'm tired and I'm sleeping, and I need to do more stitching and I need to make some things, which hopefully I will get around to very, very shortly, because we are hurtling towards December. But I will probably get 2 more floss tubes in before then, hopefully. I know I'm a few days out. If I get loads and loads of stitching in between now and Tuesday, Wednesday next week, I will do a floss tube. But I probably won't get that much stitching in because I'm pretty much working every day until then. I'm not even sure which day off I've got next week. I know I'm in 6 days next week, so it's going to be a long one. So I'm probably going to have to just nap constantly when I'm home. She says yawning. Oh, sorry if I've just made anyone else yawn. Right guys, I think I'm probably done. So Catty Sue Cats, please send me a message on Instagram and I will send you a small badger, needle minder. And thank you to everybody who commented. It's always nice. It's nice to know that you're interested enough in Flossmas. Flossmas, a couple of people asked. Flossmas is, there's a big thing round Christmas where people vlog every day before Christmas. It's just a short video. Most of my videos have got quite short lately. It's just a short video every day. Last year I did every day in December, I think, in the end. I think I definitely went up to about the 26th. I think I maybe went right up to New Year. I'm not 100% sure. But then of course at the end of the year you have your end of year whip parade as well. but it's just a short video every day, and in the Flosstube community it tends to be a Stitchy Box advent calendar of some description, and every day you open your advent calendar, I assume alongside everybody else who's bought the Stitchy Box advent calendar. So there's that. But last year, my Flossmas, I mean the videos are all there if anyone wants to have a look at them and see what sort of thing they were all about. I just basically said, if you leave me a little comment, I can put you in for a lucky dip. So I did a video, and then the next day I did the lucky dip off the comments from the day before, and then I left it a day, and then I did a lucky dip I did every other day. So I gave away 12 little boxes of goodies last year. I don't quite know what I'm going to do this year, because obviously if I do 24, that's 24 lots of postage for me. So and it's not that I mind. It's not that I mind at all. So I'll see how I get along with it and what I come up with. But it's really nice to just do a little video, do a little vlog, and basically share December with you. And last year I watched a couple of Flossmas. I watched a couple of Flossmases and a couple of Vlogmas. Vlogmas is what it's called, isn't it? And most of the lifestyle people do it. I watched a lady, she's called Sandra, she's Canadian, she's by the lake, she's knitting, by the lakeside I think she's called, and she's lovely. She's got such a sweet tone to her voice, and she's a knitter. I think she designs and makes bags, but she's a knitter, and she does a lovely, she lives in one of these beautiful show homes, which, blink and you miss it, but I'm going to insert a picture, that was it, of my camera, and you can see that I am not living in a show home. I live in a hoard. Just blinked and you missed that, but there we go. Yeah, so I love looking at other people's beautiful houses. So I enjoy her. I've watched hers for 2 years in a row actually. Last year I did watch Mama Loves You GB. That's when I found her. You see, I found her on Flossmas last year. And a couple of the others. I think Two Martini Stitcher did one last year, and Michelle Bendy always does one. So there's a few good watches out there for Flossmases. It is a commitment, but I'm more than happy to do it because it's kind of fun, and I'll basically have my camera set up like this, and I'll get in from work, and every day it'll be, oh, I've been at work, and you'll be like, oh, tell us something we don't know. But I'm planning some stitching, some little Christmassy stitching, and I'm planning some giveaways, and hopefully we'll have a bit of fun with it. We will see. Anyway guys, I am going to go now and let Robin move my files off the photo thing, the camera. I'm going to let Robin move my files off the camera onto the tablet so that I can get it all joined together, insert the pictures and be done, and get uploaded tonight so that I can go to work tomorrow knowing that I've done my Flosstube, not thinking, shit, I need to do a Flosstube, because it does start to bear on your mind a bit when you leave it a couple of extra days. You think, oh, I really should, and then I think, oh, I haven't done enough stitching, and then I think, well, I should just do one anyway, because if you're going to watch me, you're going to watch me either way, whether I've done tons of stitching or whether I've done no stitching. Anyway, go and have a look at the new long dog. It looks super lovely. It's Egyptian themed. I will be stitching it in time. My eldest daughter's always loved anything Egyptian, so that's good. And yeah, I'm just going to crack on, carry on with my Snow Wizard because I absolutely love it, and carry on with my Noel because I'd really like to do that, and maybe pick up Opening Gambit or maybe one of my other long dogs because I've got so many to choose from because I've got so many on the go. I really don't need a new one to start now because I just don't need to start another one. So I think maybe I'm going to set myself the challenge that I will reward myself with a new pattern when I have finished 2 of my existing long dogs. I think that's fair. I think that's very fair, because I've got several quite small ones on the go. So if I finish 2, I will reward myself. I think that's a good deal. There we are. Okie dokie. I am going to pop off now and do some stitching. And then I've got to go and do those straps. God, don't let me forget those straps. Right. Have a good stitchy week, guys. Hopefully I'll be back before a week's up, because I am a bit out of sync now with my videos, and I'll see you really soon. I don't think I've got any videos to tag on the end. Let me just have a quick peek at my phone. I've got cat. I've got a couple of cat pictures. Oh, my macarons. Oh, I've still got some blather. I've still got a bit of blather. Macarons were okay. They were utterly delicious. They were very big. Picture here of some of them. The first ones I made, which I didn't colour, did have little feet. The what should have been red ones, and my god, they were red on the inside, but they were very pink on the outside. They had no feet, and the green ones had no feet, but they were delicious. I put just a half and half milk chocolate and half dark chocolate, ganache in the middle, piped it in the middle, and squoze them together, and they were really, really good. They disappeared that night, and they were fine. And the only other thing I meant to mention last week but completely forgot was the 100 days where you do 1,000 stitches a day for 100 days. I can't even remember how to say it. 100k in 100 days. Yeah, I didn't manage it. I got to 84, I think. So I was a little downhearted actually that I didn't manage to do it, but some nights I just couldn't do 1,000 stitches, and even if you fall behind even one day you don't get 1,000 stitches in, you're behind. So I fell behind and got left behind, I'm afraid. So yeah, that was not brilliant. Made me feel sad. It made me feel sad, because I really, really wanted to be a stitch master and get my 100,000 stitches in 100 days. Well, I managed 80, just under 84. It was 83.7 or something. I just under 84,000 stitches in 100 days, which I appreciate is a huge whack of stitching. It is enormous amount of stitching to do. But I didn't win. I didn't win the, you know, I didn't complete the challenge. So that was a bit... Anyway, I meant to mention it last week. I totally forgot. And I've definitely got a screenshot of all the stitches I put into, on which projects I put them into, so I'll put that up here. Not that it's entertaining or anything. Righto guys, now I really will go before my camera shuts down again, because it's about a minute off, I think, shutting down, because it times itself out. So I will see you very soon, and get some great stitching in yourselves, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay guys, bye bye for now. Thanks ever so much for watching me. I know I'm mostly just sitting here whining. I've had a big whine about this and whine about that, but sometimes it's like that, you know. Sometimes life is like that. It's messy, it's not perfect, I'm tired, and I'm fine. And I will see you soon. Take care guys. Bye bye.